All right, today we're talking about deadlifts and the grips, specifically the different grips. I've got a whole host of grips here. I've got 4 different grips. I've got over-under, I've got fat boy grips, I've got hook grips, and I've got straps. Now over-under I'm going to talk about. That's actually the one I use all the time when I go heavy with weight. I try not to use any grips at all. I can go up to like 400 pounds without which over-under. And straps, I have to start strapping at like 450-pound deadlift. It's up to you, whatever, but the key is, here's the thing with most everybody accessorizes, right? Quote unquote accessorizes in the gym, especially for deadlifts and squats. It's so stupid. You don't need to do it. Like if you're wearing a belt and you're squatting less than 400 pounds, you need to stop. I'm not a doctor.
I'm a pop star, not a doctor.
So don't this isn't medical advice, but this is 20 plus years of training advice. I don't use a belt at all, and I squat, my squat's like 550 max. Anyway, the point is that when you're using these grips, try not to use the over-under grip. I use all the time. You do have to be careful because you kind of tweak your a little bit. I'll talk about that in the video. But the straps and the hooks, you can totally use those as well. The fat boy grips, or the fat grips, is going to be super awesome to use. They're really hard to use, but they're really good. Charles Poliquin is the person who got me into those, and he's a huge fan of them. And he's right. There's a lot of things that happen early when you hold your grip a little bit wider, so it forces your body to use a little bit more neural power. So it's pretty interesting. But anyway, enjoy. It's going to be an awesome video, and thanks for watching. Peace. All right, so exercise, the main exercise here, number 1, is the deadlift. So start out on the ground here to kind of show you. So this is not a really good bar, to be honest with you. So it's an Olympic bar, but it's one of the cheaper ones. World makes the best bars, and there's a bunch of different bars out there that are great. I just don't have access to them here right now. So this is what we're going to use. Anyway, this still works. Now the reason I wanted to show you this down here is because the grip. Now, when you're doing a deadlift, you can go pronated. Remember, pronation, supination, neutral grip, right? Pronation, supination, neutral grip. Obviously, you can't do, there's a trap bar deadlift where you can do, and I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon, actually. But here, we're just going to, for the lighter weight, this is going to pronate here. Now, with these weights, too, these are not really good weights either. I don't have access right now to the really good weights. But so these are all actually these are 22 pounds each. So this is only like 135, 145 or something like that. So it's really light. This bar is actually not even the traditional 45 pounds. So that's fine. It's like 20 kilos or 15 kilos, whatever.
It's like my new co-anchor may need a glass of water.
Oh. But the point is, when you're here grabbing, this is the key. You want to be here, boom, grabbing. When it's light, just grab a pronation grip. Now you can go hook grip or you can go regular grip, right? That's why I wanted to show you here. Hook grips here. A lot of people like the hook grip, especially when it gets really heavy, they'll do a hook grip. And the hook grip is just like this. Just hook it here, leave your thumbs here. I don't like the hook grip. I don't, it bartends when it gets heavy, it rolls out of my hands. So if your fingers, I don't know, if my fingers are weak or whatever, I don't like using the hook grip. But you can use the hook grip anytime you want as well, or you can go here on the regular grip. Hook grip is actually going to be a little bit better because it's going to keep you from internally rotating more. So the key, what happens is every time you turn your thumb inward, your shoulder follows, right? So you see path goes here. So joint 1 controls joint 2, controls 3 and 4. So your thumb controls your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder in that order here. That's why I do jiu-jitsu, and when you any joint manipulation, if you go here, it'll manipulate the entire upper torso like this, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because doing this grip is going to internally rotate your shoulders a little bit more than the hook grip. So the hook grip is superior in terms of mechanics, but I just don't like it. But if you want to do it, do it. I'm going to show you here in the first exercise, the deadlift, how to perform on this. I'm going to grab here. Now, your stance, there's sumo. I'm going to do another video on that. There's sumo, there's regular stance, there's all sorts of different stances in deadlift. Now, the main thing you want to pay attention to, the number 1 point when you do a deadlift, is to make sure your hands are on the outside. Now, there's some smaller, shorter, again, this is a different lift here, inside grip for the deadlift. But when you're here, you want to make sure that you're on the outside of your knees. The reason is because when you come up, you want to travel on your knee here like this. Now this is the most important. Man, this deadlift has so many most important. It's true because so many people mess it up. Is you want to, I tell my clients all the time, shave your legs, meaning shave across here. Now, I usually, when I'm deadlifting, I haven't deadlifted, I spend more time squatting. I usually will have some sort of burn. My pants all have like burns on them from pulling the weight up, and that's what you want. You want to pull that weight all the way up your shins as you come up from the squat position on the deadlift. So outside grip, right, of your knees. Now, in terms of width of your stance, I like to go a little bit wider than shoulder. You don't want to go too shallow in, meaning I don't want to come in here and do a deadlift. I want to come out a little bit. And now my toes, I want to have slightly angled out. I don't want my toes, you can do neutral. This is a neutral grip with your feet or a neutral stance. What happens is every time you go neutral, you start to knee valgus a little bit, okay? This is a hugely important video right now for deadlift. So if you're watching this, I hope it really helps because I see too many of this stuff. Basically, you're gonna come in here. That's why slightly angle out. Now every body is a little bit different, meaning with their feet, they can come out here. You can come out here a little bit. Like I'm pointing, basically my toes pointed here. I like to be here. Sometimes I'll go out about here. See that angle right there on my toes? That's where my toes pointed at. Coming out here, you have to sumo. We'll talk about that later, but that's not what we're doing today. So go right about here for me or inside here. Don't go neutral and definitely don't go internal rotation, right? So angle here is where I'm gonna be at. Now when you come up from the deadlift, I'm gonna start from the deadlift and I'm gonna do about, I don't know, 6 to 10 of these, just to show you the work. It's not heavy at all, but the key is notice the fluidity, right, of the motion when I do it. I'm fluid in my motion. You don't wanna stop and break. Now these weights are smaller, so I'm gonna get more range of motion, which is great for me. I actually almost always do deficit deadlifts anyway, meaning I put something underneath my feet, so it actually works like this, meaning I have less weight, size, height, so it makes me go lower, which is great. Well, now, my butt's in the air, as you can see. I don't wanna squat like this, or I don't wanna lift up from here. I don't wanna lift up like that. That's gonna put all the pressure on the low back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the weight to my shins, sit on my hips here, eyes up, chest up, and pull. Boom. Now I'm a little wide on my stance, I can tell, there we go. Boom, now chest up. When I come up, I chest up and a lot of people say lock out. You don't want to lock out here. Now I understand it's some powerlifting competitions in order to show that you actually have the weight. That's a 1 RM, that's different. Chest up and up, boom. Now I'm coming up and I bring my chest up. I'm not shooting my weight on my toes. I keep my weight on my heels and my butt back. And I'm gonna come in a little bit more. There we go. So I'm a little bit wider than shoulder width. Toes are still out. There we go. Drop my butt down. So you wanna squat down. Now I'm gonna hook grip. Yeah, I just don't like it, but just to show you. Now, if you're not feeling that in your glutes and your hamstrings, you're not doing it right. I felt that. You need to feel that in your hamstring and glutes, that posterior chain. Every single person I see in the gym, so maybe I say 2%, big box gyms, does this right. They're all quad heavy. When they're quad heavy, that means they're leaning forward, they're pulling with their backs, they're doing all sorts of stuff like that. You don't want that. You want to work that posterior chain. Glutes, hamstrings, all this back here. So there you have it. That is a deadlift. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you different. I went over the hook grip and I went over the regular grip. Now I'm going to start going over the over-under grip. So pay real close attention to the next one because I use this all the time. Hope it helps. Peace. All right. So second point, or not an exercise, but deadlift point. So over-under grip is here. Boom. Simply put, over, under. The key on over, under is to make sure that you pull that weight in your body. That's the most important thing. What I talked about on the first exercise or the deadlift, the one before this, those principles apply, but they really, really apply when you have an over, under grip. If you start coming out away from your body because of the torque on your spine, if you have over 300 pounds, you're gonna jack your back up like a mofo. Don't do it. So you gotta be really good with your form to be able to do an over, under grip. I mean, you got to be really good. As a matter of fact, with my clients, I don't have them do over-under grip until they can safely deadlift by themselves, and I'll have them strap up to like 220 pounds because there's so much potential for injury here. It's got risk versus reward thing. But if you can do it, great. That's it. The most important thing is keep it to the body. The second most important thing, point 2, is to make sure you rotate every time. And what happens is I do this all the time, is I'll do my, go heavy on deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts, and I'll go here and I'll grab, and then and I'll go even a little bit heavier for like, and then I'll end up, whatever, that's my weak side right there.
Stop it. Get some help.
So you can time it how you want to. So meaning like if you're doing lighter lifts, start with your right, if you're right-handed or if you're more comfortable here, and then when you go heavy, make sure you're here in your power grip, right? This is my power grip here. Now, same concepts apply, what I just went over, under. Now again, make sure I'm sitting, pulling the weight into my body, and I'm sitting with my hips. Sit down with my hips. So, this is an over-under grip. Boom. Keep that weight tight with your body. Chest up, shoulders back, and boom. Now I'm gonna switch it so you can see. Over, under, boom. There we go. Bang the weights. Boom. And again, if you're not feeling that in your glutes and your hamstrings, you're doing it wrong. So that's over under grip. Here and here. There you go. All right, number 3, straps. Now, interesting story on these. I've traveled the world. Right now I'm in Vietnam, but I live in Brazil, Vietnam, Argentina, Mexico, wherever. I left my straps back in Vietnam when I was living in Brazil. So I had to buy new ones. I don't even know what this Domios, I don't know, I speak a little Portuguese, but eu falo pouco Portuguese. But anyway, they work, these are great. Everybody thinks you need to have really, really fancy wraps, you don't. Now, the key is here, boom. When you do the straps, you wanna make sure they're on the inside, okay? See here, the strap's on the inside of the wrap is here. The reason why you wanna have it on the inside as opposed to the outside, because you can't finish that last wrap very well on the outside. This is really important. I mean, you can do it on the outside, sure, but you're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose a lot of grip on the last one, because as you can see, I'm gonna have to wrap on the last hand. So it's really, really important that you go on the inside. You can always tell you're on the inside by just turning it over, and you can wrap like that. You can kind of see over, under, either way, whatever. But I'm on the inside here. Now, when you use straps, you want to go as tight as possible. And honestly, your hands might go a little numb. That's okay, man. You want them tight, tight. Strap up, inside. First one's easy. There we go. Roll it. Second one's never as easy, okay? Now, the key on this one, see, that's why I want it on the outside. So I can roll inside with the strap. See that? I rolled on the inside. What I didn't do is I did not, well, you don't want to do this, roll on the outside. See that? See, you're gonna have space. No matter what, you're gonna have extra space here. So again, these are extensions of your body. So you cannot have space. You don't want space. So I'm gonna roll it inside here. Boom. This is why I hate straps, because it's super annoying, but let me show you the video here. There we go. Single arm, or single strap, there we go. Now, pull it down as tight as I can go. This is why I hate straps. Super annoying. Rather just do over under grip, but I'm gonna show you guys. All right, there. Finally! Now, that sucker, both sides are tight. See, my right hand's extra tight because I'm tight on my left. See, it's going a little, it's going numb basically. That's fine. All right, here we go. Now deadlift and push the ball away. There we go, super tight. Same thing, keep that weight tight to the body. Don't lean forward, but keep the weight tight to the body, meaning shave your legs, right? Watch the first part of the video. Shave your legs when you come up. And this is deadlift with straps. Yeah, see? You can go here, but with the straps, you got that extra grip, so you can go hook grip real easy. I'm sitting down in the hips, sit into that deadlift, chin up, chest up. There you go. straps. Hope it helps. Peace. All right, fat grip. Now, these are Harbinger. They're good. A lot of different brands out there. These travel the world with me. I've had these for, I don't know, 4 years. They're really good. Now, the key with the fat grips is obviously they got a hold in them because you got to put them on the bar. If you buy these and they have too big of a space, you got really crappy ones. Just so you make sure they're really tight. And if you use them enough that they start loosening, so they loosen up, just buy new ones. The reason is I'll show you that these can slip. You need as much grip, hand grip, as you can when you do it. Now, all you got to do is just go here. I did it last time. Now, you see here, what I did is when I set my grip, you want to do it with the open part into your hand. Here, every time, okay? Into your hand. So, this is not, what I need to do is turn it. There. Fat grips are hard. They're awesome though. When you're grabbing, you have a chance of it opening up on you, especially if you have really heavy weight. So that's why you gotta make sure that you're doing it on the open part is at the palm of your hand. Oh, there we go. You see it's starting to slip already. They're hard, man. Yeah, there you have it, fat grips. They're awesome. Enjoy. All right, number five is hook grips. Now, there's a million different ones of these, and these are not my favorite. Atlas makes my favorite, actually. I remember that. When I was back in the States last year, I went by and I got these. I should have got my Atlas one again. So Atlas are my favorite, but these are good. Secure your grip power pads, whatever. All right, so I don't use these actually ever really. These are if straps are missing or whatever, then I'll use that. But I do like them. The key on this is to make sure, depends on how tall. Again, I'm not real tall, I'm 5'9". I'm not real short either, but at the same time, I have small my arms, short arms. So this is really important. I wish this was another half an inch. This is just only half an inch. This is made for taller people. That's fine. But just make sure you get a little short one here. That's what you do. You can check on here. Now with the hook grip, the key on this is to make these super tight. The tighter these are, because if you don't make it super tight, it'll just start to slide down your arm. So you can go here. And that is super tight. These are good. These are good. Hook grips are okay. I use them sometimes. I like to vary my grip, so sometimes I'll just train with them just to kind of vary it up. So, and the thing too is when you tie it up, you want to come a little bit to the side, so it ends up being on the back, meaning that this is even. See that? It's even. So it's literally right in the middle of my palm. Now, so you want a pronated grip. If you do a supinated grip on this, you're going to internally rotate. So don't do it. No reason ever to do an over/under with hooks, ever. It's just stupid. Don't do it. So you're going to pronate grip here. And yeah, you'll see I'll do it. These, just make sure they hook on. A lot of the times what'll happen is when people hook them, they'll hook and they'll get one hook in or something, they'll pull in and this will pop out because they start pulling like this, or a lot of weird things happen with these because these are not, sometimes they don't bend, but they kind of slide off. You gotta make sure you keep, that's why you wanna keep it right in the center of your, see right there? In the center of your palm, not here or here when you tie it on. And see how tight these are? That's what you want. See the blood? The hands are going a little bit numb. I might even make my left one a little bit tighter. So this is hook grip. Chest up slowly back and pull. Hook grip for sure with the hooks. Yeah, it's hooks, real easy. These are super easy. Yeah. See, there we go. Hook grip. Hope that helps. Awesome. All right, there you go. 4 different grips, right? Well, it's 5 total things. We went over the deadlift, and we went over the form on the deadlift. Watch that, rewind it if you need to. Every video I make, I put a timer on the bottom so you can click the button, hit the button, and it goes back to that spot or it goes to that spot. But watch that first deadlift video over and over again, man. It's so important. The form on the deadlift, nobody does it right. I mean, not nobody, but so many people do it wrong. I just hope you're not one of those people. And if you are, study it, please, because man, you're gonna have a really strong torso and a really strong back and spine, your whole spine, your erectors, all of it will be safe and strong if you do it correctly. But now every one of these grips are awesome. We went over the hook grip, we went over the fat grips, we went over under grip and the regular traditional grip with a hook grip as well. So, you know, whatever you want to use. Personally, I just use over under. I only use straps when I'm over 400, I believe. Yeah, 400. I think I actually, when I deadlift, 450 and over, 420. Anyway, but around that, because I don't use straps or anything, I just use it over under. So I'm not saying that's for everybody. It would be safer on your back actually if you did straps at 315 up or whatever. But yeah, it's up to you. So I hope this helped. And I got some more leg videos here for you to watch in the right corner. The left corner, I'm gonna have a whole playlist for you to watch. You can watch a bunch of different how to work out perfect form and stuff like that. And subscribe, man. Really would love to have you subscribe on the team. We're still new here at Fitness with Animal on YouTube, and the more people you have on the team, the better. It'd be awesome. And I'm gonna keep making these videos, and if you want me to leave a comment, tell me any questions or anything, I'll get back to you, someone on my team will, and I can help you out more with videos and some video suggestions on there too. So thanks for watching, and yeah, here and here, check out the videos. All right, peace.